Welcome to your practice. Thank you so much for joining us here at Oh My Yoga Online. We greatly appreciate all of your love and support. Also, thank yourself for meeting yourself here on your mat, ready to tune in to the deeper layers of our system. Also, thank yourself for showing up to take care of your mental, emotional, and physical well-being today. I encourage you to set your space, so dim the lights, light some candles, put on some soft music. I am a huge fan of East Forest. Many of you who take my classes at the studio know this. I love his music. Most of them are instrumentals. It really sets safe space for you to freely flow and navigate through your body and emotions in your practice. So check East Forest out on Spotify or YouTube, anything like that. We are going to focus on love today, self-empowerment, loving kindness, and everything in between those two. So I'd like to start us off with a quote on love today. And this quote is by Gerald Jambalski. And he says, "Love is the total absence of fear. Love asks no questions. Its natural state is one of extension and expansion, not comparison and measurement." So as you move throughout your practice today, I invite you to simply embody and to notice the beauty of extending and expanding in body and mind and spirit. And just as the quote says, with no comparison and no measure. So let go of judgment, measurement, and just simply embody the beautiful, worthy expression of life that you are. So let's go ahead and we're going to start on our backs. So if you have a blanket, you can grab that as well. I love to sit on that and bring it across my body for some extra comfort and nurturing throughout my practice. So we'll meet on our backs first. I have the heart chakra bowl here and the solar plexus here today. So really perfect for our theme. So come on down onto your back, and you can go ahead and simply come into maybe a reclined butterfly. Bring the soles of the feet together, and we'll let the heart open here. So the arms come out to the side. You can bring a blanket across your body for some extra comfort. And then again, the arms come out to the sides, or maybe you bend the elbows to add a little bit more heart opening here. If this is uncomfortable for your thighs, you could just simply extend the legs out wide into a letter X, and then open up the chest this way. So beginning in this open shape here, where our body is. Beginning to soften into the earth, into your mat. Notice the expansion, the vastness of your heart space here. Softening at the shoulders, softening at the heart. And just accepting this moment just as it is, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now. Let's go ahead and extend the arms back behind you. Now coming into a full letter X. Maybe you're still in butterfly with your legs, and that's great too. Maybe you're out wide with the arms and the legs. And then let's go all ahead and bring one hand to the chest, to the heart, and one hand to our solar plexus. So right above the navel there. And tuning in to our inner fire, our personal power, the love that resides within us. Let's establish our foundation, our breath, our prana, our chi, our life force that guides us here. So a slow breath in through the nose, and then exhale out of the nose or the mouth. As we slow down that exhalation, we kick on our parasympathetic response, bringing us into more of that rest and digest part of the nervous system. Allowing all of the systems and functions of our body to regulate. Sleep cycles, our immunity. So a nourishing breath in through the nose, fill up. And then softening, releasing, cleansing, letting go of judgment as you exhale. Let's take 3 more breaths here at your own pace. Connecting, noticing each breath. Let that breath go. These last 2 breaths will be breath retention here. So we'll take a slow breath in through the nose. Hold at the top. Sip in more air. Hold. And then a nice big audible sigh through the mouth. Good. One more like that. Slow breath in. Hold at the top. Sip in more air. Hold. And exhale, big sigh. Good. If you had the blanket, go ahead and take it off to the side. And go ahead and come into a full body stretch. So we'll reach our arms back, our legs in front, roll out your wrists, roll out the ankles, and then go ahead and hug both knees into your chest. Good. You can rock from side to side, just massaging out your low back. And then we're going to continue to flow that. So inhale, arms reach back, legs in front. Really reach actively, dynamic opposition here. And then exhale, knees pull into your chest. You can lift your shoulder blades here if you want a little bit more core. So at your own pace here. Inhale, reaching back. The feet can hover or be on the ground. And then the knees pull into the chest, strong core. Beautiful. Inhale, reach back, nice and steady. And exhale, knees pull into the chest. Again, legs can hover, or you can bring the feet to the ground. A little bit more challenging with hovering the legs and the arms here if you want a little bit more core. Good. Exhale, knees pull in. We'll do 2 more like this, reaching back. And then exhale, knees pull into the chest. You can close your eyes, take out that extra stimulation for a change if that feels comfortable. And we're going to switch this up now. So inhale, stay with the knees to chest. On the exhale, open up with courage, with intention. And then again, inhale, coming forward this time, knees to chest. Exhale, open up, nice and strong. Inhale, coming forward, lifting up. Exhale, intentionally, purposefully open up. Good. Hug the knees into your chest. And we're going to rock. So gently rock forward onto your sits bones and then rock back. So you can also stay down on your back and simply just rock from side to side. You might draw some circles on the ceiling with your knees, both directions. Again, if you'd like to rock and roll forward and back, you can rock, back, and then forward. Coming up and coming back. Tucking the chin to protect the neck. Up just to the shoulder blades here. And then maybe pausing in a little boat pose. So back onto the shoulder blades. And then back into your boat pose. Do a couple more rocks wherever you are is perfect. Good news. All options are valid. So we will all go ahead and meet in a boat pose. So go ahead and meet yourself there. I'll give you some options. There's always layers, always options in our practice. So we'll all start with the fingertips facing you with the feet on the earth, shoulders roll back and down, the core is nice and strong, the arms are engaged, maybe a little bend in the elbows, and just start to float the feet up here. Good. Let's alternate. So just extending out and then tapping the other foot down to the earth. Good. And then we'll tap both feet down. You can come back to bent legs or you can extend straight out. So either one here. Good. We'll do 3 more. Tune into the breath. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Last one. We'll hold here. Full expression, your practice in this moment. So you could have one or both hands behind the knees. You could extend the legs here. Good. Or you could straighten the arms as well. Reach through your toes. Good. We'll take one more breath. How slow can you come down? Tugging the tailbone, reaching the feet down. The arms come back. Good. And then hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Good. Next, we're going to come into a T position with the arms. Take the palms face down, the arms out long in that T position. We'll bend the knees, create a 90-degree angle here with your legs. And go ahead and prepare with a deep breath in. On the exhale, you're just going to allow your legs to drape over to the side about halfway, trying to keep both shoulder blades back and down, strong core, and then come back to center. And then we'll go the other side. The legs go about halfway the other side, that opposite shoulder. Might want to lift, try to keep those shoulders back and down, tune into that core, and then come back to center. So shifting from side to side here, adding, receiving a little twist. You can turn your head the opposite way that your legs are going. Good. Keeping your low back planted to the earth when you come to center, and then draping over. Beautiful. So you can absolutely stay with this. If you'd like a little bit more core for yourself here, you can extend the legs out to the side as you drape over and then bend, come back to center. Legs go out to the side, maybe they extend, rebend, back to center. So again, I've got a nice visual up here for you. Out to the side, maybe straighten, rebend, back to center. We'll do 4 more total. And no need to rush this. You can even, again, close your eyes, tune in. Nice and slow, empowered, and controlled movement. Good. Last one. Beautiful. Go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. We're going to go ahead and plant the feet on the earth and get ready for some bridge pose here. Or some flowing bridges. We'll eventually work our way into flowing bridges. So go ahead and bring your feet hip distance apart and walk your feet in as close to your glutes, as close to your seat as you can here. We'll roll the shoulders back and down. Good. Prepare with a deep breath. On the exhale, press into the feet. Articulate.
the spine here, low back, mid back, upper back as you lift up. Strong here, we're gonna hold. Roll the shoulders back and down. You might lace your hands underneath your spine, if that's in your practice, or simply keep your hands down by your sides. Good. And then slowly peel on down. Beautiful. Go ahead and press into the feet again. Lift the hips. This time we're going to lift the right arm and then lower the right arm as we lower the hips. So we'll lift the hips, lift the left arm, and then lower the hips as that arm lowers. Continue at your own pace, alternating side to side. Right arm lifts, and then lower back down. The left arm lifts, and we'll lower. 2 more times each side. And release, really harmonizing your breath, your body, your movement together here. And release. Good. 1 more each side. You can imagine you've got a block in between your inner thighs, keeping your joints stacked and aligned here. Press into the feet, lift up, that right arm lifts. And then come back down. Guide yourself home. Upper back, mid back, low back. 1 more time with the left side, reaching up. And then come on down. Good. Go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Bring the legs up an imaginary wall. Point and flex the feet. Roll out the ankles. Separate the feet. Take a straddle here. So legs go out wide. Open up there. You can even bend your knees and come into a variation of happy baby. Opening up the hips. Hold on to the shins or the knees here. So straddle, maybe you do 1 leg at a time with your straddle. That's really nice too. 3 breaths. Let's take a big breath in together wherever you are. And a nice audible sigh. Good. We'll slowly extend the legs back up towards the sky. We're going to add a little bit of core here. I'm going to scoot back, so keep these singing bowls safe. So scoot back here if you need to. We'll lift the legs straight up. If you need a little low back support, create a diamond shape with your index fingers and your thumbs and put that right underneath your low back if you want a little support there, underneath your sacrum. We'll inhale to lower down, and then exhale, lift up. Good. Lowering down, and lifting right back up. Trying to keep your low back planted. You might just start by lowering down halfway. First, right to here, and then lift back up. Lowering down, lift. Good. Point the toes as you lower. And then you might flex the feet as you lift. Point the toes as you lower, and flex as you lift. 3 more with a little addition here if you'd like. Lowering down, lifting up, and a little lift of the hips, and then come back down. Good. Lifting up, little lift of the hips, and then come back down. Last one, your choice. Strong core. Lower down, good, and hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side, good. We'll stretch out our hips here. Go ahead and plant your feet back into that bridge pose that we were just in. We'll lift the left leg up, maybe hold behind that knee for a moment. Roll out that ankle, or behind your thigh, or your calf here. Walk your hands up towards your calf or your ankle. Roll the shoulders back and down. And then we'll cross that left leg over, coming into a lying down pigeon pose. And this might be enough for you, just like this. That's a beautiful stretch right here. You can also lift this right foot, thread this left arm through, this right hand comes out and around, and you might hold behind the right knee, coming into a deeper sensation. So I'll say this a lot, all options are valid. There's always layers, and so it's all about tuning in to yourself and how you're feeling in this moment, knowing that every day, every practice is different. So honoring your best self and honoring the place that you're in your practice today. Good. Again, no measurement or comparison, just like the quote said. We'll have 2 more breaths here. Receive on the inhale, cleansing, letting go, releasing on the exhale. You can extend this right leg up towards the sky if you'd like. And then release back down. Good. We'll uncross the legs. Go ahead and come back into the legs up the wall. Little different variation here. Add that diamond underneath your low back if you need to. And we'll start to just do some scissor kicks. So coming down and then alternating here. So passing your legs side to side. Good. Be sure to stretch out these hip flexors as well. I know we're working them. Good. And then you might do a few knees to chest, alternating side to side, knees pull in. You can stay here. You can also lift the shoulder blades to add a little bit more core here. And then maybe you go back to those scissor kicks, going from side to side. Pointing the toes for some, flexing the feet for some. A little smile always helps. Tune into that center, personal empowerment, your solar plexus. Nice strong core here. 4, 3, and now count faster. Yes, last one. Good, hug both knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Good, we'll plant the feet into the earth. We'll go ahead and take that pigeon pose on the other side. So go ahead and lift the right leg up towards the sky. Hold behind the thigh or the knee or the calf. Keep the hips rooted. You might roll out this right ankle here. Good. Say hello to that hamstring. Maybe if the toes are reachable, you hook on with a yogi toe hold for a moment. Peace fingers in between your first and second toe there. Root down into the hips. And then we'll cross that right leg over. Again, this might be your place to stay and breathe. You also could thread the right arm through, the left arm around, and hug that knee into your chest. Good. Three breaths here. Some of you might love to grab in front of your shin if you're feeling like you're craving a deeper stretch. Last one. Purposeful, releasing, intentional exhale. Good. Go ahead and plant both feet, uncross there. We're going to revisit bridge pose with a little bit of a different variation. So we'll first start inhaling, reaching the arms back. On the exhale, lift the hips as the arms come down by your sides, like a hinge here. So inhale, lower the hips, arms reach back. And exhale, arms come down, hips rise. Maybe you come up onto the toes here. And then drop the heels, drop the hips and the spine. Reaching back, exhale, root down with the arms, the hips rise. So at your own pace, inhale to lift, exhale to press. Arms reach back on the inhale and the arms come down, hips rise on the exhale. We'll take 2 more. And again, maybe coming up on those toes and then coming back down. Last one. Lifting up. We'll hold here. Maybe find your hands underneath your spine there. And maybe lift the heels. Maybe you try lifting one leg up for a moment. And then drop. And then the opposite leg up. And then drop. 2 more breaths. Dig deep. I know you've got it in you. Of course, if there's any pain or discomfort, always feel empowered to stop and do what's best for you. And we'll come all the way back down. Whew, good. Hug those knees into the chest. One more little mat Pilates sneak in here for you. We'll go ahead and bring the heels together and the toes are apart. So they're in this V shape here. So heels together, toes are apart. If you need the diamond shape underneath your spine, you can bring that there. Otherwise, bring the knees to the chest, the heels together. We'll go ahead and press straight up, inner thighs squeeze together, and then bend. Good. So inhale to press straight up. Exhale to bend. Press, inner thighs squeeze together. Imagine you've got glue on your heels. So keeping those heels nice and connected. Nice. If you want a little bit more of a challenge here, instead of pressing straight up, you can press out at an angle. Yeah. So the more parallel your legs are with the earth, with your mat, the more challenging. So continue with this. Any variation. Even if you just want to roll in a knees to chest, that's great too. Good. Beautiful. We'll go for 7 more here. Tune into the breath. Strong core. Beautiful. Last 4. Final 3. And 1 more here. Maybe you hold, point the toes, take the feet back apart, and bring the knees in. Woo! Good, good, good. Let's roll over onto either side. We're going to take a moment there. Ground yourself. The palm comes to the earth. Thank yourself for this moment, for your practice, for this day, for waking up today. And we're going to continue to flow here. So press that palm into the earth. Come all the way up. And we're going to come to a tabletop position. So go ahead and bring your palms right underneath your shoulders here. And your knees are hip distance apart, right underneath your hips there. So just like so. And we'll go ahead and come into a nice cat back stretch. So the tops of the feet press into the earth. The palms press into the earth as well. Articulating from the tailbone here. The tailbone tucks, the chin tucks, the crown of the head drops towards the earth, stretching out the thoracic spine, your upper back. Good. And then opening up here into your cow. So moving back and forth. Good. You can tuck your toes as you reach the gaze up, and then untuck the toes as you round. Opening up the heart, and then tucking, rounding. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more cycles here at your own pace. Last one. And tuck, rounding in. Good. Coming to a neutral spine here. We'll go ahead and take the knees wide and come into a child's pose. Sink the hips back towards the heels and extend the arms out long. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can lift the hips and come down onto the forearms if this is a little bit better. You can also stack your fists and bring your forehead onto your fists. So we'll ground ourselves here for 3 to 4 breaths in any version of child's pose that feels good for you. You can nod your head from side to side. Let's add a little side body stretch here. So let's walk off the right side of our mat here. You can keep the hands shoulder distance, or you might overlap the left hand on top of the right, which is a really beautiful stretch for the left side body. Keep the shoulders engaged. Deep breath. And then gently walk your hands over to the center and over to the left side off of your mat. Again, the hands can stay parallel shoulder distance, or you can cross the right hand on top of the left for a little bit more of a sensation there. One more breath here. Come back to center. Go ahead and bring the knees a little bit together, hip distance apart, getting ready for a kneeling plank child's pose flow with the option for a chaturanga push-up. So we'll go ahead and start in our kneeling plank. The knees are underneath the hips. We're going to bring the body forward. The palms are underneath the shoulders here. Good. So we'll inhale to come back into child's pose. On the exhale, pull yourself forward. Strong core. Coming back into that child's pose. And then on that exhale, pulling forward. Kneeling plank. Good. You can stay with this. Movement back and forth. Strengthening the arms and the core, full body here. If you'd like, you can add a press here. So coming forward into your kneeling plank, spread the palms wide, all finger pads really gripping there. Got a little pocket of air at the center of your palm. You could hug the elbows in, the chest and the chin hits first, and then press back up into your child's pose. So continue at your own pace, adding that press, if you'd like, tuning in what's best for you right now. Good. If you are adding this press, see how slow and controlled you can come down. Maybe you even hover and pause, and then press back up. We'll do 3 more. Good. Remember to breathe. That's your guide, your path, your foundation. Good. Last one. Nice and steady. Press back. We're going to come right into downward dog. So from here, tuck the toes, lift the hips back and up like you're being pulled back by your belt loops. The knees can bend. That's okay. You want to make sure you're not in too short of a stance here or not too long. It's really unstable like this. So you want to have that perfect distance. You can shift forward into a high plank and then back into a downward dog. Your feet and hands should stay in the same general area. Good. We're going to get ready to step into a low lunge with the right leg first. So we'll go ahead and lift that right leg high, 3-legged dog. Let's bend the knee, open up the hips, stack the hips. Root down into the left heel. Square those hips, big step forward. If you get about halfway, no worries. Give yourself a little help there and bring that foot forward. Drop the knee and walk up onto the thigh here. Good. So this should be, or most likely will be, a really nice stretch for your left hip flexor here. I know we worked those a lot already, so now we're lengthening here. Good. Back toes can be tucked, or you can have the top of the foot on the mat, either way. Breathe with this. Let's take the right hand to the hip and bring the left arm up and over. You can even drop the right hand to a block or the earth here, a little bit deeper. That hand can come behind your head. Good. And then we'll reach the arms all the way up as you inhale. Frame the foot. Tuck the back toes. Come into a lunge here. You might point and flex on the back foot. We'll take an inhale. Prepare to step forward. Big step. Exhale to the top. Right into a halfway lift. Inhale, drag the palms up. Exhale, fold. Good. You could step on the palms of your hands here. Hands to feet pose. You could also take ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows. You could even take a chest expansion if that feels good for you in this moment. Wherever you are, we're going to hang out in our forward fold for just a few breaths. Nod your head yes, nod your head no. Be heavy here. Let the jaw relax. Breathe into the space behind your heart, so your thoracic spine. Big breath in. And audibly side on out. Bend the knees, hinge from the hips, press into the feet, circle sweep all the way up. And the hands come right down into the heart space. Ground yourself here with a breath. And we'll continue. Bend the knees, circle sweep up, nice and long. Maybe lift the heels, maybe add a back bend if that's comfortable. We'll bring the hands down through the heart, bend the knees, hinge from the hips. Raise the hips up, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold back down. Beautiful. Good. We'll step back with the left foot into our low lunge and then step back into a plank. Kneeling plank or high plank. Good. Go ahead and shift forward. Hug the elbows in. The chest drops. All 10 toes come onto the earth. Roll the shoulders back and down. Palms are right beside the ribs, underneath your shoulders. So come into your cobra. You might straighten the arms a little bit and then release back down. A couple more here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. 2 more. Lifting up. Maybe you bring the hands a little bit more forward and straighten here. Like seal pose or variation of upward dog. You can also drop down to your forearms if that feels comfortable. So one more time, lifting wherever you are, cobra or any upward dog variation. And then come all the way back down. Press, we're going to actually press right up into, you can take a child's pose from here or press right back into a plank and then back to downward dog. Good. Take another breath. We'll meet in downward dog in the next breath or two. Peeling the mat apart. Tractioning forward with the hands in your downward dog. Tractioning the heels back. Good. The hips stay high. We'll lift the left leg this time. Good. Bend that knee. Open up the hips. Stack the hips. And then big step forward. Left foot forward if it gets about halfway. Give yourself a little help there. And and bring it forward a little bit more. We'll drop that back knee, walk up onto the thigh here. Really nice. So hello to this right hip flexor now. Back toes can stay tucked, or you can have the top of the foot on the mat. Lengthening here, maybe turning the gaze upward. Receiving this stretch in the front of your thigh here and your hip flexor. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart. Breathe with it, be with it. No judgment. Let's bring the left hand to the left hip here. We'll reach that right arm up and over, side body stretch. That right hand can come to a block or the earth. You can bring the right hand behind the head. Heart is up towards the sky. Softening of the face. Breathe. And then come back to center. We'll get ready to step forward. Frame the front foot, tuck the back toes. Inhale to prepare. And big step forward. Take a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, bum is back, chest is forward. Lift the heart, lift the arms. And the hands come right down into the heart space. Deep breath here. We'll bend the knees, circle sweep up, big sweep. Exhale, hands come through the heart. Halfway lift after the forward fold. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Step back with the right leg into your low lunge. Beautiful. Right back into kneeling plank or high plank. Good. Flowing through vinyasa, upward dog or cobra. Listen to your body. So shifting forward. Hug the elbows in, maybe rolling up onto the toes, upward dog or cobra, press back, maybe child's pose, maybe downward dog. Take 3 breaths. If you're in downward dog, you might pedal it out, bend one knee, let that same hip drop. You might bend both knees like they're kissing the earth, and then pressing right back up. Give you guys a little extra moment of strength here if you'd like in your downward dog. You could do some push-ups, downward dog push-ups. We'll take our hands a little bit wider and almost like you're dipping down to the forehead, the crown of the head comes towards the earth and then press back up. 4 more. Good. Onto the toes and then release. Elbows go out. Good. Last 2. Palms spread wide. Last 1. Good. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees, circle sweep all the way up. Reach up. And the hands come right down into the heart space. Good. At the back of the mat now, in mountain pose. Deep breath. Let's take the right hand down and the left arm comes up and over. Nice side body stretch. And then other side. The left arm comes down, the right arm comes up and over. 1 more time each side. Down, rooting down into the feet. Spine is long, heart is open. Grateful yogi here for your practice, for your body, for your breath. Good. We'll bend the knees, circle, sweep up. Maybe add a back bend, maybe lift the heels. Drop the heels, hands come down through the heart, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Slowly walk out to a plank pose from here. Kneeling plank or high plank. Good. We've got 3 breaths. Core is engaged, palms spread wide, shoulders back and down. One more breath. Beautiful. Press back, downward facing dog. We'll make our way to the top of the mat. Jumping, stepping, walking. Make your way there. Bend your knees, circle sweep all the way up. And the hands come right down into the heart space. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go ahead and step back into a high lunge. You can always take the low lunge option. So we'll step back with the left foot into a high lunge. And we're not on a tightrope here with the feet. So you want to be a little staggered for more stability. Good. So really extending long into your lunge. You're active in this back heel. The inner thighs are squeezing together. The pelvic floor lifts. The tailbone tucks. The spine is long. You're beautiful. You've got it. Good. So holding here, you might bend that back knee and then lift back up. Bend and lift. Bend and lift. If you're in your low lunge, you can extend the front leg and then bend. Extend and then bend. So either option. If you're lifted in your high lunge, you're lowering the back knee. If you're in your low lunge, you're extending and bending that front leg. Let's add some arms to this. Reaching up, pulling down. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more. And pull. Good. And pull. Last 2. Gaze is up, heart is up. Good. Pull down. Beautiful. Reach the palm to palm. The left hand plants. We're going to open up into a revolved lunge. The right arm reaches up here. Beautiful. We're going to spiral into a warrior 2. So bring the right hand to the right thigh. Roll the left heel down. Cartwheel the arms open into your warrior 2. Good. Your right heel, you want it to be about intersecting the center of your left foot there. So that's a nice little alignment cue. The wrists are about above the ankles. Good. We're coming into triangle, Trikonasana here. So we'll go ahead and extend that front leg. If you need to shorten your stance, you can. Not locking out or hyperextending. A little bit of a bend here. We'll reach the arms out long. Hinge, reach forward, tuck this right hip under, and then gently reach that right hand down, and the left arm comes up. Draw the shoulder blades together, active through that left fingertip. Imagine you've got a string pulling you up from your left hand. You could reach this top arm up over your head, or take a bind. We're going to be and breathe here. You've got it. 4 breaths in your triangle. Two more. Spread the toes wide, inner thighs working, full body here. Gaze can be upward. Stay for that last exhale. Reach that left arm up. Come back into your warrior 2. With purpose, with intention. Reach your gaze over that right finger, those right fingertips. Give yourself this empowered moment here. What a strong and courageous shape warrior 2 is. Good. Let's come into reverse warrior. We'll drop the left arm back, reach the right arm up. You might drop that right hand and add a tricep stretch here, reaching the left palm on top of the right elbow. Keep the core strong to protect your low back. Good. Any option here, maybe a half bind. And back into your warrior 2. Good. One more time. Back, reverse warrior. And then warrior 2. Good. Extended side angle. Drop that forearm, the right forearm, and reach the left arm up. Good. Come back to your warrior 2. One more breath. And cartwheel down, frame that front foot. We'll step back into high plank or kneeling plank, flowing through a vinyasa. Cobra or upward dog. Shift forward, slowly come down, roll onto the toes for upward dog. Maybe cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, press back through tabletop.
Maybe take a child's pose for a moment, and we'll meet in downward dog. 3 breaths. Beautiful work.
Good. Notice heart pumping, blood flowing. You got it going on here. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and make our way to the top of the mat. So jumping, stepping, or walking, however you'd like to arrive to the top. Bend the knees, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Bend the knees all the way up, extending mountain Tadasana, reaching up, and the hands come right down into the heart space. Ground yourself here with a breath, getting ready for that sequence on the other side. Let's actually bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the solar plexus. Our love center and our powerhouse, our personal empowerment here. Good. I am enough, I am worthy, I am whole, I am healing. As below, so above. Root down to extend higher here. One more breath. Beautiful. Ready for that high lunge or low lunge with the right leg back this time. So we'll go ahead and gently, and really give yourself a little balance challenge here if you'd like. Place your right foot back. Again, you don't need to be super on a tightrope here. You can be a little staggered to create some more stability for yourself. Active in this back heel. Good. Strong toes. Front toes spread wide. Back toes as well. Inner thighs squeeze together. Pelvic floor lifts. Core is strong. Shoulders back and down. Beautiful. So same variation on the other side. You might start by lowering that knee down. Hello to that thigh there. And then lift back up. Lowering down and lifting. And you're not alone. This is balance. So I'm wobbling too. Find your focal point, your drishti. Yes. Where you can focus on. And again, low lunge options, lengthening, and then bending back into your lunge there. Just make sure that your knee is not going too far over your ankle. You want to keep your joints stacked here. Good, lowering down. And we've got 4 more. Maybe you add the arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull down. Maybe switch up the gaze. Maybe lift the heart a little bit. Good. Beautiful. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Feel that fire. Bring the palms together. Strong. Getting ready for revolved lunge. Knee can lift or lower. Deep breath. And drop that right hand on the inside. Rotate that left arm. Reaches up. Inner thighs hugging together here. Good. Getting ready for warrior 2. Go ahead and plant that left hand on your thigh. Roll that right heel down and cartwheel up into your warrior 2 here. Good. Woo! My thighs are feeling this. So, you can bring your inner or your left heel to intersect the arch of your right foot. The arms extend out long. Let's go ahead and extend into triangle pose. So we'll start by straightening this front leg, a little bend, not hyperextending. Tailbone tucks, core is strong, arms are long. Tucking this left hip under, reaching out, and then gently lower your left hand. The right arm reaches up. Little smile, softening of the gaze, the face. Imagine you've got a string pulling you up from your right fingertips. Good. Beautiful. You could reach this right arm up over your head, say hello to the side body a little bit more, or take a half bind here. You can bring your right hand to support. A block is great here too. A little bit more challenging the back of your hand to the inside of your left ankle there. 3 more breaths. You've got it. Good. Last one. And courageously, intentionally, purposefully come back to your warrior two, getting ready for our reverse warrior extended side angle flow. So we'll drop that right hand, lift the left arm up. Maybe you add a tricep stretch, bending that left elbow, maybe bringing the right hand on top of that elbow. Good. Maybe even grabbing your shirt with that left hand a little bit is nice. And then reach back into your warrior two. We'll do another one. Reach that right arm back, left arm forward, left arm up. And then now extended side angle. The left forearm drops and the right arm comes up and over. And we'll do one more time like that. Reaching back, half bind maybe if you'd like. And then come forward, extended side angle. Beautiful. Come back into your warrior two. Strong breath here. Reaching that gaze over your left fingertips. Roll this hip out. You should see your left big toes. Good. And then we'll frame the front foot. Pivot. Step back. High plank, low plank, either one. Your choice. Flowing through vinyasa here. Cobra or upward dog. Shift forward. Hug the elbows in. Roll up onto the toes. Or cobra. Press back. Final downward dog. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Good. And then slowly come down onto the knees here. Go ahead and swing the legs out and around. And we're going to come into a butterfly posture. Great job. So go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together here. Sitting up nice and tall. This is a great time to bring your blanket underneath you if you have one. If not, no worries. Sitting on the edge if you've got one. Before we fold, let's just notice. You can extend the legs out long if that's more comfortable. Notice your prana, your life force, freely flowing through you, supporting you, empowering you. Our asanas are so empowering for our mental health, emotional, and physical well-being, letting us know that we have the tools within inside of us, and just as we are enough. And we are whole and we are worthy. Good. No comparison, no measure. We are love. And it resides within us and all around us. All right, I could go on, you know that. Let's go into butterfly. So go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Lengthening. Keep that long spine as you hinge forward. Lengthening on the inhale, hinging on the exhale. Four more slow breaths here in your butterfly. If it feels better to come into a forward fold for the last 2 breaths, that is totally perfect.
Maybe that feels better for you. If you're in the forward fold or the butterfly, leading with the heart, keeping those shoulders back and down. Let's all take a big breath in. And a cleansing, audible sigh. Beautiful. Finally coming down onto our backs for a final twist. So go ahead and make your way there. We'll go ahead and one last moment of core here. How slow and controlled can you come down? Good. Maybe you hold in this hollow body shape. And then hug your left knee into your chest. Beautiful. And we'll drape this leg across our body into a supine twist. You might even bring this left arm over and then peel the left arm up and over here. Good. If it feels better to hug both knees into your chest, that's great too. Arms can be out wide or bringing this right hand to your top thigh for some support. The gaze can be neutral, or to complete the twist into your cervical spine at your neck, you can turn your gaze towards the left. And softening, relaxing the jaw. If you have a pillow for behind your head, that's really nice too. You could even use your blanket for behind your head. If you have one, I'm sure you do somewhere in the house. Expanding into the torso, into the heart space as you inhale. And then softening, unwinding, unraveling on the exhale. Finish the breath that you're on. Come back to center into a letter X pose, how we started. Arms out wide, legs out wide. Good, heavy into the earth. First, reach in all directions, both feet, both hands, and then give yourself permission to soften. Let the earth receive you. And the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow your next wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out what blocks you from the truth. That's from a poem by Dana Folds called Just for Now. All right, final twist, other side. Full body stretch, legs in front, arms behind. Hug that right knee into your chest. And then that right knee crosses your body into your supine twist. You might bring the right hand to meet the left and then peel those shoulder blades back and down as best you can. You could also hug both knees into your chest if that feels better for you today. Gaze can be neutral or now towards the right to complete the twist, relaxing the jaw, unwinding, softening here. Nourishing breath in, final breath. And a cleansing release on your exhale. It's Shavasana time. Go ahead and meet yourself there, unwind. Take any other movement or stretch that you need. Maybe a happy baby, maybe a shoulder stand if that's in your practice. Any other movement. But then again, I encourage you to gently, compassionately
meet yourself down on your back for your Shavasana, your final resting pose. You can bring a blanket across your body. Feels really nice. Full blanket, feet covered in everything. Maybe a pillow behind your knees, a pillow behind your head, if you'd like that extra support. The more support, the better. It really tells the intelligence of your body, your nervous system to relax, to be heavy into those places. So go ahead and come on down into your Shavasana. I'll be playing the heart chakra and the solar plexus singing bowls for you as well. So once you arrive, roll your shoulders back and down. Notice all the places of your body that are connected with your mat, with the earth. And give yourself permission to be heavy, to cultivate that dissolving. Feeling in your body, completely releasing and letting go. Knowing that your only job here is to relax and be unapologetically yourself, and that's more than enough. And so we'll continue with a body scan, softening at the tops and bottoms of your feet. Into your toes, your ankles, your heels. Moving up, softening at your calves, your hamstrings and thighs. Into your hips and your belly and your back. Softening into your wrist, your fingertips. And your arms, shoulders. Softening at the heart center, at the chest. And moving into the neck, the mouth might even open to release any tension, contracting, resistance at the jaw. Your tongue can go to the backs of your teeth, the roof of your mouth. Even softening at your chin, your upper lip, your nose, your eyelids, your temples. And into your third eye, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. Even into your skull. Imagining that you could even soften your mind. From this place of ease, compassion, and love, without changing anything, just simply notice your body breathing itself, the oceanic structure, sound, temperature, and texture of your breath, supporting you, giving you life in each moment, without any effort. And then to your thoughts. And so we're being the observer,
the witness, and to know that we are not our thoughts. They come and go like clouds passing through the blue sky of our mind. Not labeling those thoughts as good or bad, having a neutral presence. Catch yourself analyzing or judging, use that breath, your breath, as your anchor. And then return to the witness, to the observer. Quote from Deborah Adele. The son asked his dad if the river was polluted. His dad responded that no, the river is carrying the pollution. The river itself is pure. Our minds are like the river, carrying things in it. If we identify with what we're carrying, thoughts, stories, beliefs, then we might think that we actually are those things. However, if we identify with the divine within us, the pure river, and merely watch those thoughts float by, we will know that we are simply carrying these thoughts, stories, beliefs, old patterns. They are not who we are. They don't have to define us. Offering yourself forgiveness, always, gentleness, compassion. We meet ourselves on our mat to tune back in to this space that is our reservoir of healing and hope. Remain in your stillness, but simply notice this ease and this compassionate presence that you created for yourself here. I invite you to practice your yoga off your mat and notice as you choose. Are you choosing from a place of fear, or are you choosing from a place of love? Always choose love. Your breath is the anchor. Back to presence, back to empowered decision making. Direct your awareness to your solar plexus and your heart as I play the bowls to complete your practice. Adding some gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. As you gently hug one knee in and then the other, gathering in your practice. And gently transition onto either side. You have this beautiful opportunity of rebirth, the end of our practice. We begin our practice off our mats. So let something go, leave it to the earth, leave it on your mat. Moving forward, lighter, with balance, empowered. You can make your way to a seated position, Sukhasana, when you're ready. Let's bring one hand to the heart and one hand to our solar plexus, right above the navel. Deep breath in together. And then meeting palm to palm, intentional here. Knuckles of the thumbs can come right to the heart. Bowing the head down to the heart, honoring the head to the heart. As you slowly, gently open up your gaze and bring your head back up to center. The divinity in me sees and honors that same divinity and light that resides within you. When we are in this space and this light, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much. See you soon.